Today, on this Tuesday, Community Spotlight, always a great sponsor, brought to us with Elbert County Farm Bureau. Elberton Farm Bureau, located on Elbert Street. Not only do they have insurance for all your automobiles, camper, anything that you may have, recreational vehicle, but they also have Farm Bureau Bank. Stop by to see Ben Hill and the great staff about the Farm Bureau Bank, and they can loan you money on that next vehicle or ski boat, anything you may need, just like, Tyler Taylor. I mean, he's probably down there getting him something nice, a little boat or something like that. I'm just kidding, Tyler. The Farm Bureau, Ben Hill on Elbert Street in Elberton. Today, folks, for Community Spotlight, we are continuing a talk that we started yesterday, and it is Mental Health Awareness Week, and we continue that talk this hour, and so we bring in Miss Tammy Dalton back to the studios. Hello, Miss Tammy. Hang on just a second, Tammy. I think that microphone is not working, so this is hopefully an easy fix, but we'll find out. Oh, check one. Oh, it's working now. Try that. Don't touch it though. Yeah, just there we go. You're good.
Good morning, Elbert County. Thank you so much for joining us for this very important season of mental health awareness. And why do we take the time to focus on mental health awareness? It's because we care. We care about our citizens of Elbert County, and we want to join in with people across the country to spread awareness this week because mental health awareness is so important to us, whether it be personal within our families or our communities. We just want you to be a part.
I may do that from time to time. Just ignore me when I'm trying to fix that mic. Well, Tammy, yesterday we had some great guests on, and today we do as well, and to bring that awareness to there. And I want to introduce the folks that we do have in the room. And right now, our hospital is so important to the community for many, many different reasons. And I don't know if folks realize right now how our hospital, for a rural community, you now can get so many services right here, from knee replacement to, we have a full surgeon that is doing so much, and Tyler Taylor, the CEO of Elbert Memorial Hospital, is in the studio. So good morning to you, Tyler.
Good morning, Stan.
Also here today, I would call her the better half of the Rock Evans duo. It probably the one that really makes it all happen, if you want to know the truth, and what a wonderful family they have. I know the entire family, their kids are just top notch and wonderful, great. But we have Miss Laura Evans here.
Good morning. It's good to be here.
Laura, is this your first time in the studio?
No.
Oh,
you've been here one other time.
Okay, all right, and I just think it's so wonderful. Laura's here with Family Connections, and that is her day job. Also, we have Dr. Cindy Darden. Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Yeah, I'm good. It's very good to be with you.
I love it when we have a doctor in the house. We need one. We need one. And this next person, I can almost say, works tirelessly, because I honestly see him around town, everywhere I go. And not only that, is he serving the community, he works hard for Northeast Georgia Bank, but also he is our chairman of the commissioners, but it is Chairman Lee Vaughn.
Good morning, Stan.
Good morning to you, Lee, and appreciate y'all coming in today. And as we talk mental health awareness, and Tammy just kind of learning more about it and what we do. And I also want to say, as we talk today, there's also a way that you can donate to it, and we're trying to get that link out this week and get people to help so that we can help more in our community.
Absolutely. We have many needs here in Elbert County when it comes to mental health and our facilities, and so
It's good.
I invite you to look at www.friendsofadvantage.org. We have facility needs, putting a little paint on the pig, so to speak, with fresh paint and flooring in a couple of our facilities at the Discovery Center across from the hospital at 50 Chestnut, along with the mental health clinic, and getting ready for an accreditation that we're doing. Certainly we do this to benefit clients that we serve daily.
And just to pause 1 second, because I want to change mics to see if we can fix that. It's going in and out. And this is all very important, and I don't want to have an audio issue. Tammy, I've been doing this all my life too, like trying to make microphones fix. Let's see. And does that work? Okay. Let's see if that works. Does it work, Tammy?
Okay. So
Yes, it does. I think we're good. Okay. Yes.
But yes, we could use donations to help us with enhancing these facilities, showing our the individuals that we serve dignity and respect. The goal is to make it warm and welcoming for all people that come and are served, as well as our staff stand. We have dedicated staff too. They do an excellent job at coming in every day and facing people's needs, and it's just good for all concerned and for the community.
And I think that mic is going in and out, so it may be something in a channel. So we may have to move you to another mic too. So I apologize.
Hey, I'm flexible.
I may, if y'all come here, I will just give you this, like roll this mic over that way. And folks, I apologize about that. So, but we do thank Tammy for all she does. Dr. Cindy, I know that you have been the CEO of Advantage. So.
Yes, I'm one of the former CEOs.
Okay, how long did you do that job?
I think I was CEO for maybe the last 7 years.
Okay.
But, worked with Advantage for about 18 years.
Okay, is that in Elbert County?
Well, Advantage serves a 10-county area.
Okay.
And of course, Elbert is one of our counties. And I was the clinical director for quite a while, and that was over all 10 of the counties.
Oh wow! That is so. You've seen a lot in the mental health and how things are affected in our area and things
Absolutely.
like that. So it and you know there's we need helpers and volunteers and many people to help in the community. Right.
Yes, and I tell you, you all are fortunate in Elberton because of the staff that you have with Advantage Behavioral Health Systems. But one of the things that Tyler and I were talking about is there's a shortage, particularly in rural areas, for mental health workers and employees, just like there is with the hospitals.
Right. And you need more folks. Where's the biggest need right now that you may see that is needed?
Do you know, I think at this point it is probably with our children and adolescents.
Okay.
Because the pandemic has done some damage, and we've seen the rates of mental health issues go up for them since the pandemic. So
2020 really changed a lot of things, didn't it? I know this personally. So, I mean, it really, and one thing that yesterday, my word of the day was process yesterday. One thing is I don't think people had time to process what was happening because a lot of changes happen. Some people aren't used to changes. And, you know, a lot of people ended up at home and things like that. So, and different things happen there. So, but it's that process word. You need to process when change happens. You need to process it.
Absolutely. One of the things that actually ended up being a good thing that came from the pandemic is particularly with our young people, they are so comfortable with the internet that some mental health services can be provided by the internet. And that's so useful in rural areas where we have such an extreme shortage.
So to talk to a counselor, you may not have to go to an office or drive to Athens and then sit in a waiting room and then go in.
That's
You
correct.
could do it. I didn't even think about that. So
Yes.
we have a lot of technology now.
Yes, even our psychiatrist do visits over. So if someone, for example, is on some type of a medication, say a child with attention deficit disorder, their follow-up appointments can often be done by the internet.
That's time saving and very convenient, and especially for Elbert County. I mean, for Elbert County, and you know, there's nothing wrong with wellness, with being well. I mean, you know, and looking at things as a complete wellness. Sometimes I thought about this yesterday at a mechanic. I was at a mechanics thing, and but Tammy brought up, you know, if you need surgery, Tyler, you go and do surgery and you fix it. Well, I was thinking at the mechanic. I said, sometimes things may not be rolling right, and you've got to fix it. And so and mental health is the same way. Sometimes we have to fix it. We got to take time. We got to let the engine cool down, or any kind of phrase you want to bring to that. And to do that as well. So,
one thing I would add to your analogy is maintenance.
Yes,
is important, and so I think that's where families, peers, teachers, grandparents, all can come into the picture of just being aware and being a listening ear. I've always felt like that one of the things adolescents need is somebody to listen.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter too much how much they respond if they just listen.
They want ears to
Absolutely.
hear what they have to say. So, and like I know Laura's with Family Connections, and so I'm gonna throw the mic her way, and I'll give my mic. But Laura, with Family Connections, I honestly don't know all that you do, but I do know that that talking and what she just said, listening, I mean, that's big, and I just know you and your family, and obviously that listening part is important.
It is. It's very important. Another way I serve Advantage is I was appointed to the Community Service Board right before COVID. So I've been serving a little over 3 years, and it's an honor to represent Elbert County on that board. There's representatives from every county that Advantage serves, and you get to understand the organization and the services that they provide, and in a much better way, and you get to be a voice for your county at the table as well. So in addition to my role at Family Connection, where we generally work to improve outcomes for families and children, I have the honor of serving on the Community Service Board.
That is awesome. Can I ask a little bit about Family Connections? Like what all do you do, or what you can tell me? What do you do?
Sure. Well, actually, Family Connection is a statewide initiative. There's what's called a Family Connection Collaborative in every county in the state of Georgia. There's no other network like it in the nation, and we all work locally. Again, like I said before, to improve outcomes for families and children. So in our county, we have traditionally focused on educational attainment. And so over the years, we've done different things. We've looked at high school dropout rate. We've worked at the high school level. But recently, probably in the last 15 years, we've focused on early childhood because we've learned how critical that period of life is to everything else that goes on once you get into school, once you become an adult. And so we provide home visiting services through Community Partnership, which is the nonprofit name. And so we provide services for families with children 5 and under. And it's free to families. Doesn't cost anything to the family. So if this sounds like something you might be interested in, give me a call at 706-283-8838.
Thank you so much, Laura. And Tammy, it's just many pieces of a puzzle that work together for the community, helping in this strategy. So
it is, and when they come together, it just makes a beautiful picture for our community in regards to serving and getting the help that they need. The minds at the table are brilliant in this county. Solutions come from people sitting down at the table, and I personally feel like there's no issue that can't be resolved better with collaborating with people who have knowledge
right
at the table. And so for Elbert County, we have that in several different manners that we come to the table, and it's beneficial. We had Scott Marnich with us yesterday representing, law enforcement. Today we have our chairman of commission. That's a big statement in Elbert County to have the support of those. We have the CEO of the hospital, head of Family Connections, and it's just amazing to see and the care that people give here in Elbert County. I wish every county that we served had this.
I do think the collaboration is awesome, and it's great to see community come together. And like sometimes it's just not easy to talk about mental health or mental health awareness in a way, but it does. When you look at the county commission, I mean, Lee, they're over the schools. The sheriff's office. I mean, there's a lot of departments that are dealing, in mental health world, and sometimes things are more mental health than they are academic or criminal. I mean, like it's and it's something that needs to be addressed too. So.
Yeah, we see at the county level, we see the results of mental health issues. We hear it from our law enforcement, the jails, the hospital, the school system. We know there's issues, and there's a growing movement amongst the counties in Georgia right now to asking the governor for mental health reform. And we've actually asked our attorney to draft a resolution that will be sent to him next month, asking him to do just that.
And I think that is awesome because mental health, it's almost like you need a mental health officer in a way. I don't know, if that is even on the table or what, but I mean, sometimes you need somebody there to just calm a situation down, or I guess de-escalation, but mental health is big, and in schools too.
And Stan, you said you don't know if that's in the work. Honestly, it is. We've got our CEO of Advantage, Tammy Conlon, that's working with local law enforcement, police chiefs, in looking at how we can better serve our counties with co-responder teams, and that would be a mental health professional along with the law enforcement. Someone that has understanding and education, maybe can help de-escalate an individual, which may result in avoidance of an ER visit over there with Tyler at the hospital or the jail cells of our county, which we know is very costly. And sometimes it just takes a person that has that skill and education to help de-escalate a person that makes all the difference in the world, and then get them connected to the mental health treatment they need, which would avoid the expenses to the county in regards to hospitalization or jail time.
That's right, and you forget about the expense that goes on. So untreated, there's more expense that comes with that.
That's right.
And it's really not about that. It's more about the health, the wellness of individuals.
Right.
But whenever it's not treated, and of course the hospital, our hospital, and I can't say enough about our hospital. Just how awesome it is. That we have a hospital in Elberton. You look around other towns, and they're not like what we have. And not only that, but there's a lot of services being offered right now through that too. But I don't know, and you may not have any stats, but do you know any of how many mental health cases or percentages or anything like that come through?
I really don't, Stan.
Yeah.
But our ER is our front door to the community, and we're dedicated to providing exceptional and compassionate care to all of our citizens. When a mental health patient does have to come visit us, we do a safety assessment to make sure that that patient, that citizen, is not going to harm themselves. And then we get a professional, like Dr. Darden said. Telehealth is really vital for mental health and really rural communities, and we're able to get an assessment with a professional and then locate a bed somewhere else in the state that can provide the proper level of care for that patient.
And there's different protocol to treatment, and of course, like 1013 or different things to keep somebody from self-harming. And these are tough situations. These are very hard and very tough, situations. But one thing that they brought up today was having, I guess it would be called telehealth, but where you have the video and that. Folks, check with your insurance companies. It may be that you don't even have to pay as much for that type service and different things. I have MediShare, which actually gives me, and I looked into this yesterday because I was thinking about things. Did you know I think it's free, or it's like you have so many things you can do for free just through MediShare, and I was like, wow, I didn't even know those services were available to me. So check with your insurance companies, or if that's not available to you, check with different things. But health, mental health, and being able to telehealth,
right,
to do that.
We've had the technology for many years, but if there is one positive thing that's come out of the pandemic, it proved to providers, to patients, that telehealth can provide the level of care that they need. So you're right, most insurance companies have made that a priority to move patients there, especially in rural communities where access can be limited.
Right, and that is awesome. I mean, that's a good thing for everybody. And I see Dr. Darden Yes.
Yes, I was just going to fill you in on some of the statistics for Elbert County, since you had asked about that. We estimate that about 1 in 5 adults has some form of mental illness, mild to moderate, at any given time. And so in Elbert County, with you all's population, that would be close to 3,000 adults. Now, with what we call the severe and persistent mental illnesses, and that's things like schizophrenia and bipolar disorder that really are treatment for life disorders, that's a lower percentage. Close to 6% of people have that, but that would be close to 800 for you all's population.
Wow. And Tammy and I talked yesterday. It says 1 in 5, but then that's treated. That's numbers that are, treated, and so the numbers that are not treated are not known about. And I think in a rural community, it's even inner cities have overpopulation, but rural has lack of access. So you have many things that are filtered through that don't get treated, in a way. But I think having access and telehealth and things like that, and even friendships and churches. I mean, depending on each other, but knowing that it's okay. I hope it's, you know what? Yeah, it is okay. That's what we're doing this for. It's okay to go to somebody and say, hey, I'm having a tough week or a tough day, or it's been a tough month. And just let somebody know that you trust and that you can talk to, and follow through with that, and let a pastor, and then of course health. We all need help. Sometimes we need extra help, and that's okay. But I just thought this is a time to open up and talk. So
it is, and we are building better and greater relationships with our faith-based community. We realize the need here is to have them help us. They have an audience of people that trust them, and they can role model that it's okay in their message to go and get help, whatever that might be. Not that we're trying to remove prayer from what they're doing. I tell you, today, Stan, is National Day of Prayer for Mental Illness, Recovery, and Understanding. That is in our program book for today. So we look to our faith-based community because they're such an asset to our citizens that come to them with trust. And I've had pastors. Last year we had a clergy conference that Dr. Cindy Darden and I attended, and a gentleman said, in my first portion of my ministry, he said, I just thought me and God and the individual would sit down and pray about it. He said, I have since learned that we pray about it, but I also refer them to professional help. Now that shows growth in an individual, because I had another pastor tell me, in a seminary this wide, I get this little tiny piece of psychology, and pastors have a lot come upon their shoulders as their congregation comes to them. It's a lot of burden to them, and sometimes they don't know where to turn. So we're here to offer them and empower them with information too, to know how to turn. And one of the most important tools we can offer, other than our services on an ongoing basis, is the 988 National Hotline crisis number. It's just simply 988, just like you would dial 911. Sometimes mental health crises do not happen within Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 hours. It's after hours, maybe 6 o'clock on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And this 988 number is a 24/7 number that people can turn to, and someone will actually answer that phone. If someone's in crisis, the last thing they need is to get a recording and add frustration level to what they're already dealing with. The 988 allows that. As an opportunity, and we want to empower everyone in our community with this resource, because that in itself might save a life. Last year we were able to give out wristbands throughout Elbert County through the school systems, and it had that 988 embossed inside of that bracelet. Very discreet, but it's a tool that the students could have. We sent letters to the educators here in the county as well as the parents, helping educate them, and that gave us several levels of knowledge for the 988 number, that might save a life. And we want to save our lives in Elbert County, right, throughout the nation. And that is a national hotline.
And Tammy, until yesterday, I had never heard of 988, and I'm just curious. I mean, y'all may have because you're in a profession, but Lee, had you heard of 988?
No, sir.
I hadn't either.
It rolled out
And-
last year, I believe, Stan, if I'm not mistaken. You might be more familiar with the GCAL number. It was like a 1-800 number, and they have merged, and coordinated GCAL with 988, which became a national. GCAL was a Georgia line, and now it's a national line, which gives us greater access. But yeah, we want everyone to know about this, throughout the county. It's just such an important resource and tool that we have available. And it's easy to remember. 988.
988, yeah.
988 instead of 911. So,
I remember seeing 911 when that first, everybody's really catching on, and you'd see something on your refrigerator. So I'm like, there needs to be a 988, But then we may all be calling it all the time. I mean, it's like,
right. Yeah, well, they do have some materials out with 988 on them throughout the nation. So you've envisioned correctly with those little stickers and that. But we want the people to note this down as 988. Just put that in your tool chest, and if you need it, it'll be there.
If we do that, Stan, we may need to enlarge the ER. So,
that is true. Yeah, everybody will be covered in. Yes.
Lee, did you hear that?
Yeah, bigger services. Like 988, and that is the in a crisis issue, and there's always hope. I just want to say that there's always hope, and reach out to somebody, call somebody. Never think that is it. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I just like there's always hope, and call somebody. But if you can't get anybody, call 988 because that number is there for you to call. So,
Right.
And life is precious, and it's a gift, and it's a good thing. And the sun comes out, and there's good days, but in a crisis, 988. So that is it. Well, look, Tammy, as we do, we usually do a 30-minute thing, but we're going the whole hour today. But we do need to take just a short break. So we're going to take a short commercial break, but nobody go anywhere because we'll be right back with all of our special guests right after this, right here on 105.3 WSGC.
Fire protection, fire safety. It may be something you haven't planned for until it's too late. Swift Fire Protection, a division of Century Fire, is located right here in Elberton at 1281 Washington Highway, ready to help you today. Right now, we're with Jason Franklin of Swift Fire Protection.
We offer a variety of fire extinguisher services with recharging, sprinkler inspections, alarm inspections.
What about residential?
Yeah, we offer residential too. If you're needing fire extinguishers for your home, we can offer you a streamline extinguisher where it's not something cheap.
If you have a business and you have not contacted Swift Fire Protection, now's the time to do so and stay safe and keep your business safe. And for residents, call Swift Fire Protection today to find out how they can help you stay protected. You can contact them at 706-283-8459 or visit them online at swiftfireprotection.com.
Don't let the flu stop you. The flu shot is updated each year to match the types of flu expected to be most common. That's why it's important to get one every fall. Annual flu shots help protect you from getting seriously sick with flu and are recommended for everyone ages 6 months and older. Getting a flu shot in September or October helps keep you protected all through flu season. So get yours at your local health department today. To learn more, visit northeasthealthdistrict.org.
This is Tana Camus with Magnolia Estates in Elberton. Are you or your loved ones in need of reliable, compassionate, and attentive care? At Magnolia Estates, we offer a wide range of services, including 24/7 caregivers, 3 home-cooked meals a day, medication assistance, laundry, housekeeping, and a full activities calendar. You'll also be pleased to know that our beautiful grounds and historic home provide the perfect setting for daily living. Our caregivers are trained to provide a warm and comfortable atmosphere to make you feel right at home. And the best part? We have received the Community Choice Award for Personal Care Home this year. Trust us to deliver the best care possible. Call Magnolia Estates today at 706-283-2226 to schedule a tour or to learn more about our services. Magnolia Estates in Elberton, the finest in senior living.
Have you tried Tri-County Chevrolet?
Hi folks, this is Michael. We're here with Tri-County Chevrolet. After 17 years in the car business, I have found that working here at Tri-County, you'll never find a place that will treat you better and treat you right, give you the best price on the vehicles. So come see us here. We've got a great selection of used vehicles. We're getting more and more new vehicles every day when they're harder and harder to find. So again, ask for Michael. We'll help you every way we can. We treat people the way we want to be treated. Look forward to seeing you soon.
They're gonna buy a Tri-County Chevrolet, yeah.
Save-A-Lot Grocery Store, saving you money every day. Always count on low prices when you shop at Save-A-Lot Grocery Store. Look for great deals in the produce department and fresh meat cut daily at Save-A-Lot. Specials throughout the store. Save-A-Lot Grocery Stores offers exclusive brands, helping you, the shopper, find the right selection at the right price. Save-A-Lot Grocery Stores carries the items you shop for the most. No need to spend extra time cost comparing against multiple brands. Shop Save-A-Lot Grocery Store, saving you money every day.
Serving Elberton and everyone in the Granite Capital. We're 105.3 WSGC. Now, your Granite Country forecast from the WSGC 24-hour Weather Center.
Sunshine for our Tuesday forecast. What a gorgeous day. Lunchtime temperatures moving into the 70s with a high this afternoon of 83. Tonight, clear skies and a low of 60. Tomorrow for Wednesday, sunshine. Afternoon highs a few degrees warmer. By Thursday, we'll have sunny skies. Again, a high of 82. Partly cloudy Friday, highs low 80s. I'm Georgia meteorologist Laura Huckabee in the GNN Weather Center.
Serving Bowman and everyone else in the Granite Capital. 105.3 WSGC.
And we are back. It is 9:42 in the Granite Capital, and we are talking mental health awareness and Mental Health Awareness Week. Here in the studios, we do have our chairman of the Board of Commissioners, Mr. Lee Vaughn, Tammy Dalton with Advantage, Dr. Darden with, or I guess you are you retired now? Or no, you are retired with Advantage. Also, Tyler Taylor with the Elbert Memorial Hospital, and Laura Evans. And as we continue this hour, this time is about just community. It's encouraging our community. Is to open up conversations and bring awareness to the mental health and mental health awareness. So, and Tammy, you mentioned green ribbons, and I noticed everybody's got them today.
Green ribbons. Yes, sir. Green ribbon is the icon here for mental health awareness, and we just encourage, as I mentioned, today is the National Day of Prayer for Mental Illness, Recovery, and Understanding. There will be a candle vigil at the Arches. If anybody is in Athens, downtown at Arches at 6 p.m., one of our partners, D.L. Hanley, Lamar Handy Foundation, will be doing a prayer vigil at the Arches this evening at 6 if you can join us. Green ribbon tomorrow, Wednesday, October 4th, is Wear Green Day. And so go green. Paint Elbert County green with your clothing. Wear a shirt or a green tie. Wear your green ribbon. However you want to show green. And certainly if you want to have a big green bow on your door, on your mailbox, or tied around your tree. I know Miss Kathy at Creations by Kathy, our pedal pushers, would be glad to help you get one of those big green bows, but that starts a conversation here. Mayor Daniel Graves had committed to having the green ribbons around the square this week in support of mental health awareness as well. And there's a couple of things. Also, Kendra Scott, Jewelry, is doing a Mental Health Awareness Give Back Week. And so in honor of mental health awareness, they are allowing people to come in the shop. That's at 196 Alps Road in Athens. Or for people that don't want to drive into Athens, you can shop online at www.kendrascott.com. They are going to give 20% of anything anyone purchases to Friends of Advantage this entire week.
Oh, wow.
This entire week. And see, you don't even have to leave your home. Don't waste your gas. Go online, and there is a code. If you shop online, you have to put in this code, and it's GiveBack, GIVEBACK -FALOE. That's what you'd put in there, giveback-FALOE, and that will help us in bring in some additional funding. We talked about enhancements to the program sites, but moreover, there are individual needs. Sometimes people needing help, they don't even have the gas to get to their appointments, right? So we are able, as Friends of Advantage, to come in and maybe help with a gas card. We don't give out cash, but we would give a gas card perhaps. Sometimes people are short when they come in. They have not applied yet for medication assistance, and so we could give them maybe a month of medication in order that they connect to the MAP program for their medication assistance. Now, we don't keep people up. We can't afford to do that for it to be ongoing, but we do bridge a gap to ensure that they have what they need to get the services that they need. I don't ever want to be the reason somebody doesn't get the help that they need. So, due to that, I don't mind asking for the least of these. If people will open your mind, open your heart, and give a little bit, it doesn't have to be a lot, because if everybody gives a little bit, it comes together in a great and mighty way to help people that are in need that can't often help themselves. And you can do that by going to www.friendsofadvantage.org, click on the Donate Now button, and just give whatever your heart leads you to give.
And again, we'll add that link to our YouTube video that we'll be posting, and we'll try to put a link out on Facebook as well today for that as well. So, and Tammy, thanks for all that you're doing. And we do want to say, as you're fixing up the Advantage in that kitchen area, did we get anybody to do the granite countertop yet?
I have not heard from anybody yet, but
Hey.
I haven't given up. It's just been
It's
one
early in the
day.
week. It's early in the week.
day.
Yes.
In this granite capital of the world, I know our Sandy Adams with Friends Helping Friends was with us yesterday, and she put out a personal charge yesterday that someone in the granite capital here adopt a granite countertop to donate for this cabinet, for this kitchen, to make
And
it
it will
nice.
be a tax
It
write-off,
is-
but
we
it'll
are-
be good for the Advantage area. And so many
Absolutely.
people are being served through Advantage,
Yes.
and I think Dr. Darden, all ages too, right? I mean, it's all ages. So
Yes, we'll serve as young as 3, and there isn't an age top.
and it just keeps going.
Just
So
keeps on going.
and then I know I've got to get my friend James that comes. I go eat at Elbert Memorial Hospital a lot at the cafeteria, and which is right down the street here. And my friend James wants my radio station jacket. So y'all, I've got to remember to go get it and hand it to him because he has asked me and even waited on me to say, "Do you have your jacket today?" And I, so this week, James will get my WSGC jacket, and I'll have to go get me a new one made. So but you know what? I can't wait to give it to him. So he always says yeah to everything. James, how you doing? Yeah, and I love him. I do. He makes my day brighter. So I love that. But Advantage could use help, and to make a kitchen nice to help people that are helping people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a good thing. And I always say, smile till 10 o'clock. Let the rest of the day take care of itself, but also help people. So that's a good thing. So.
And Stan was very generous that WSGC maybe help with the paint a little bit. If we could have
if we get a countertop,
if we get a countertop, he's going to do some paint for us, and then we could use some funds to help hire the painter to use that paint. That would be great.
Now, Tammy, I might be going off the road here, but I just want to tell you there is somebody standing next to you that I know in my life has done some painting.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
We wouldn't want to put the chairman on the spot, would we?
Yeah. Look.
Oh,
I don't know if anybody knows it. He has been a professional painter before.
We'll take a might.
Yeah.
We'll take a might as opposed to a no, right?
But WSGC buys the paint. Maybe me, Lee, and a couple people come and show up and help paint the room. So But I've known Lee a while, and I remember when he had scaffolds and things like that back in the day. So I don't know whose scaffolds they were, but he was on them. So that's it. But we do want Advantage to take care of our own local Advantage as well as help others. And if you donate, folks, all the money. I checked this out, and it stays here in town. So if you donate, it helps our community right here. And and this is something we don't talk about. Mental health we don't talk about, but it is really a need for our community, and it helps when we are talking like this, and we're helping, and you have conversations at your dinner table with each other. You find out like what needs are and how to help and how to do things in a better way. So, and that is awesome. So, I want to say this about the hospital. How I'm talking about helping people and all. I was at Elbert Memorial Hospital yesterday, and I got to eat with our awesome sheriff's office, by the way. They were fantastic. The sheriff and Darren and all them. But me and Rock Evans, Laura knows Rock real well. Me and Rock Evans went to eat lunch there, and I want you to know that our lunch got paid for by a hospital person. That we didn't even get to pay, and I want to thank Miss Kelly Smith for paying for our meal yesterday. So, and that just makes our little town, our little community, so special that you get that type feel here, And so, thank you, Tyler, and to the hospital. And
well, thanks for the recognition. The cafeteria is very popular.
Yeah.
You'll be excited to know we just bought 2 new ovens.
Okay.
So,
what?
Yeah. So
now we're talking.
But Kelly Smith is. I know she's a great nurse. So,
yes.
A great person.
She that was so wonderful of her, and I just want to give a compliment there. So because me and Rock, that's all I'll say about that. But yeah, it mental health is important, and just talking and communicating and making things in a better way. So.
Yeah, I want to recognize Miss Suzanne Sanders as the local clinic director of Elbert County Mental Health, and then Kim Rice is the operations manager locally here. And so the clinic, direct number here is 706-213-2048 for assistance. And for centralized scheduling, if it's after hours or whatnot, it's 1-855-333-9544. They do accept walk-ins here at Elbert County Monday through Friday at 8:30 a.m. And so that would be, anyone that feels like you need to just go and be seen, make sure you're there at 8:30 Monday through Friday, and they can assist you to see the same day. So that in itself is quite a benefit to our citizens as well.
Stan, I thought I might jump in here for a minute.
Yes.
If that's okay with you. We've been concentrating, obviously, on mental illness, but I want to be sure that everyone realizes that Advantage also serves those who have substance abuse disorders.
Yes.
And those who have adults with intellectual disabilities. So you've got a full service shop.
Wow.
And you're very lucky to have that. Not every county does.
And that's right here in Elberton.
That's here in Elberton.
And substance abuse is another thing that, we talk mental health, but that almost works with with that and finding help and seeking help, and finding ways to help others in those situations, because families are really like that. That hurts a family situation, and like I said, I don't want to get on the cost of it, but also the cost that ends up to the hospital, to the community, to the county, from things like this, the residual cost that goes down the board. But more than that, just having good wellness and good well-being, and things like that, and processing.
Right.
Like processing. Tammy, you don't even know it. You taught me about processing.
Yes, yes. I remember telling you, Stan, as my daughter grew up and she would have something on her mind, I'd say, baby, process what you think. Process it as you go so that it doesn't suppress deep down and then there's, a meltdown of some sort. And if we can just process it through communication and conversation, it helps our minds, it helps our souls to be able to talk to people we can trust and know that people care. And so everyone, if you can just be a listener sometimes, that's the best thing you can do. And honestly, when people are in crisis, that's one of the key things we can do, is just to listen attentively to them so that they know we hear them. They just need to unload.
Yeah.
Right?
Some people just need ears to listen to them and let it come, let it open up. It's almost like, the Coca-Cola bottle. If you take it, and I've done this a lot in my childhood, not recently, but I used to take it, shake it, and open it up. But sometimes you need to open up and let it, let that out. Yeah. And so, by the way, I'm not condoning taking a Coca-Cola bottle and shaking it and opening it up. But it's so important. And many times I found that out too over the last few years and just recently, like when you listen to somebody and you don't give them advice, like they're not really looking for your advice. They're just looking to talk. They're just looking to say, and that is huge. So if you're in a family situation and you keep trying to fix it, and I'm talking to me right now, maybe instead of fixing it, just step back and listen. And that's the secret. To the whole thing.
And Stan, to meet them where they are without judgment, that's important too, because when we meet people without judgment, it helps them see that we really care about them, and we can learn from them. We can learn about mental health. You mentioned alcohol and substance abuse. Certainly we treat, but often people don't realize that alcohol and substance abuse is just a dual diagnosis, a secondary to a mental health issue. People are just trying to cope, to heal, and they do that to mask pain sometimes. And if we can just help understand that, educate ourselves, educate our community, that there are reasons that people choose to do those things. Sometimes it's hard to understand, but if we can learn more about it, we can be more helpful and more supportive to people in hopes that they can find recovery in their journey.
Awesome. And I want to bring up that the web address for people to donate or give if they feel led to give to help Advantage, because Advantage is a really key resource to our community. So can you give that again?
Sure. It's www.friendsofadvantage.org.
Awesome. So, folks, we'll try to get that link several places we can. So, throughout your day, that you can give. Tammy and I will probably be on the air once an hour for today to encourage and just say, and we don't push. I almost feel like it's an offering plate, but we're not.
Right.
But that is a huge help to what we have locally, and to help do things that can help mental health, even substance abuse, and or these factors that go in. And maybe solve problems before they ever reach the sheriff's office or the police department or other areas.
Right. And Stan, we don't want to push people to do things they don't want to do. We want people that give to give from their heart.
Right. And hopefully this will help conversations. And I found that when me and Jake eat at the dinner table each evening, I mean, that's when I find out about his day. Mm-hmm. That's when I find out about, hey, he'll open. I won't get into everything, but he'll open up to me. Mm-hmm. And I'm realizing a dinner table is a key factor of mental health. It really is. Right. And so I just want to say, if families aren't eating together or whatever, try to make time to sit down to eat. And Jake and I go to the grocery store now, and then he's a cook, so he's on 14. He just turned 15, and so I'm letting him cook because I'm like, hey man, what you want to get? I'll go buy it because it's fun to see what he does. And then we're sitting there, and he says, hey Dad, I met this girl. I won't get into all this, but I was like, oh, okay, buddy. And I said, well, your dad's got some moves. Let me tell you what. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. But these are these conversations that I got to thinking, this is what life is about. And it's that dinner table conversation, or how to handle something, or this happen, And so, folks, if you're not having dinner with your family or whatever, make that priority each day, because that is going to help mental health in a big way. I went to I'm going to open up, and I'm too open as it is, but I'm going to open up. But I went to Athens, and my daughter told her I would take her anywhere to eat. Do y'all know where she wanted to go? McDonald's. Mm-hmm. I would have taken her in Athens. I can name you 20 restaurants I'd like to go to. Mm-hmm. But so we went to McDonald's and got it. She wanted to go to a little park that she goes and sits at. Aww. Y'all, it was the best day. It was the best time I had. I mean, I was like, this is awesome. And just to listen and hear her talk. I mean, and have McDonald's. And I was sitting there thinking, We could be at Olive Garden, but you know what? Sometimes McDonald's and the park is awesome. And look, 2020 hit us all. I mean, it whatever you call pull the rug out from under you, 2020 did it. I mean, you know, whatever phrase you want to put on that. And Mental Health Awareness Week, you know, we experience things as, you know, from those changes. And I've learned that as life changes, things change for people. They can't, you know, but there's always hope. And that hope, you know, for me is Christ, is Jesus Christ. And, you know, people have to find their hope. But if you are in a crisis, 988, just like you'd call 911, 988. I can't say that enough. Look, I know it's 10 o'clock, we're out of time, but I want everybody to have a chance to say anything before we wrap up.
Okay, so tomorrow I would like to share who might be with us. You're going to have a very exciting testimonial from Angela Warren. Then Miss Alicia Poon, our own right here in Elberton with Elbert Partners in Health, and Mary Fernandez, who is the director of the Discovery Center, will be with us tomorrow. So we have a good day to look forward to tomorrow.
Thank you for letting us come.
Thank you, Lee. Thank you so much. And by the way, Levon, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, his time, I can't tell you how busy I see it, you know, and thank you for being here today. Thank you. Anything that y'all would like to say before we wrap up?
Following up on some of what you said earlier, people just need to remember that compassion is a salve to put on our wounds. Mm-hmm. So whenever you can show compassion, you're healing.
Amen. I'd just like to thank you, Stan and Tammy, for having me here. And I couldn't agree more with Tammy and Dr. Darden, is that we just have to create creative collaborations here in this community to serve one another. So thank you for having me.
Thank you.
And I just want to say I agree with everything that everybody said, and I'm so honored to live in a community that has people that are willing to come to the table and talk about tough things. And if you get nothing else out of this, just realize it's okay. It's okay.
And I think that's the way to wrap it. It's okay. I mean, it is okay. And folks, that is something to always remember. You know what? No matter what, it's okay. It's okay. And that is awesome. Hey, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you to Tammy Dalton. Thank you to all of our guests today. Chairman Lee Vaughn, also Tyler Taylor from the Elbert Memorial Hospital, CEO, Laura Evans, Family Connections, and Dr. Cindy Darden, retired from Advantage. And we thank you all. This week is Mental Health Awareness, and so each week more guests and more guests tomorrow. But folks, if you can donate and help Advantage is the ones that are on the scene to help in some situations from substance abuse and more. They have counseling. They have many different things. They help people get jobs. They do so much that you may not even know about. And hopefully tomorrow we can really dig into what all Advantage does some, because Mary will be here as well. And so we'll dig into that as well. So tomorrow's Spotlight, day 3 this week of our Mental Health Awareness Week. So I'm sorry, I'm laughing because Rock Evans is sending me text, and it threw me off. All right, folks, we have national news from NBC standing by and another look at local weather. It's all on the way. Thank you for tuning in. Today's broadcast will be on our YouTube channel, so you can check that out if you would like at your leisure, as well as we'll put a link for a donation to Advantage. If you are a granite countertop place and would like to help out with the Advantage countertop, we have Friends Helping Friends and Sandy Adams helping with that donation, as it will be a membership, your membership to Friends Helping Friends, and it will also be a tax-deductible donation. So it's a win-win situation. If somebody does this, I'm going to buy any paint that is needed and all the supplies, and then we'll find some painters. Hey, Lee, friend, buddy, pal. I'm just kidding. And our community helps the community, and that is what is always awesome. Y'all stay tuned. More news and more of your country favorites are on the way on 105.3 WSG.